Hi everyone, it's Tammy, and we are here today to do a really cute card that I cannot take credit for. I found this card on the easy for me to say, huh? The Creativity Cave. My goodness. The Creativity Cave by Dina Reckhow. I'm not sure if I'm saying her name correctly, but I will post her link down below that has this video. And she's the one who did a card very similar to this to start. And I just thought it was adorable and I wanted to try it too. And it works out perfectly because my coworkers and we get together and purchase a big gift for my boss. This year we got him a Yeti cooler, so that's pretty exciting. And I thought that it would be fun to go ahead and do the card from all of us. So I'm going to be using this cookie cutter Christmas set, which is awfully cute and has a matching punch. And again, if you guys are interested in anything, my store is open 24/7. That link is down below as well. And we're also going to be using One Big Meaning stamp set. This is in the annual catalog, and we're going to just use this From All of Us stamp. And luckily, I had this stamp set, but she did this as well. Dina did, and I saw it and I thought, oh, that's perfect. But what you have to do is you have to cut your rubber stamp the thank you away from all of us. That way you can just use the From All of Us. So this is what it looks like. So I can still use the thank you part. I could still even use them together if I want to. You just have to be really, really careful because they are very close together. And I actually have some special rubber stamp scissors that I used because I used to be in Stampin' Up! You had to cut all of this out yourself. Oh my word. This is so much easier now, so much better. But that's about life, isn't it? You improve and improve and improve. So if you want to do this, I would recommend, especially if it's a rubber stamp, even the clear stamps, I would probably recommend using some scissors that you don't necessarily care so much about, but will cut, because once you've used it for this, I don't know how strong it would be to cut something else. I wouldn't want to use your good scissors to do this, I guess is what I'm saying. So that's what this is. I just wanted to make sure you guys saw that. And now we're going to go ahead and get started. Now I'm using a piece of crumb cake here. And as you can see, I've already cut some of them out. I'm just going to rip this part off because then it makes it easier to work with. And I'm also using, this is wrapping paper. I got this at Hobby Lobby and I love it. And it's going to be a background. I'm also going to use a piece of Whisper White for the inside of the card. And this is Real Red for the outside of the card. And then I think I may end up using, my front is probably going to be a little different from her front, but I'm probably going to use, I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm going to or not. We'll see. But this is how I'm expecting the card to look. And then the sentiment will be on the inside. And then I will have a Santa and a reindeer here on the front. And it may just look just like this. We will see. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do the front. But I have already, just to save some time, cut out a bunch of the things that I need. I've cut out my Santa. I've cut out 2 gingerbread men. And I'll show you why you need those. And I've cut out his little palm for his hat. And then I've also cut out, I think, 7 reindeer. So I need 2 more reindeer. So I wanted to have you guys come along with me so that you guys can see that. I've also cut out a piece of white, I don't know if that's straight, but that's okay, white cardstock that will fit the sentiment From All of Us. And then I put some of the wrapping paper behind that as well. So this will go up here for now. I don't need that at the moment. And we're going to be working with this crumb cake. I need to I need to stamp 2 more reindeer and then punch them out. So I will show you how we go about that. So I have that ready here. When you're punching, if you notice this stamp, this is the top. The legs go toward the top. So in this case, the legs are the antlers. So if you have a big piece of cardstock, you need to make sure that you have the antlers facing down. And I'll teach you why in just a second. And I need to stamp this twice. And I need to make sure that they're far enough away that I'm not going to punch out extra stuff and then mess up my reindeer. So you need to just make sure that they're kind of far away. I'm actually even going to do it on this side and over as far as I can to this piece of the scrap paper. And hopefully you guys are seeing this okay. So once I've made my stamps, I'm just cleaning it off with my Stampin' scrub and my mist that I've already sprayed on. And I'm going to close this ink up for now. I don't know that I need it anymore. And I'm going to put my stamp away. If you put things away as you go, you know you won't lose them. Okay, and I am opening my stamp or my punch, and these are very nice because it has this little closure so it stays closed, but then I can open it up, and I am going to push my card in and see how the antlers are the legs. This will allow me to stamp easily. If I had a big piece of paper, like let's say I was using the 8.5 by 11 as I was to start, if I had this the other way, I wouldn't necessarily be able to get my, see if the legs were here, I wouldn't be able to get my stamp in far enough to get them. So make sure that you put the legs at the closest to the edge, and if you forget, you can just like lightly trim it and then punch it out. It's not a huge big deal, it's just harder to do. So I'm just cutting out 2 more of these. And see how it punches some extra stuff? If you had these too close together too, if you inked them too close together, you would punch out some unwanted stuff in your reindeer. And the way to get around that is if you ever do that and you need to get stuff out of the way, you can cut them, like stamp your reindeer. Let's say I stamped them right next to each other, cut them out and then do one reindeer and then do the other reindeer. Just make sure you give yourself enough room to hold the paper. I'm just tossing my scraps away. And I'm going to take one reindeer and I'm going to take, that's cute, it's a little heart, my 2 gingerbread men, and I'm going to cut my gingerbread man. I'm going to cut his arms off and his head off. Ouch, ouch. Sounds so mean right around Christmas too. I'm so sorry. But this is what Dina did, and I thought, oh, how clever. You can make little reindeer legs. So I'm just taking my glue and I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the base of my reindeer legs. And then I'm going to put the other reindeer legs on top. And I'm going to put them just a little bit to the side so you can see all 4 reindeer legs. And then we'll take his little head and we'll put that on top like this. Isn't that cute? So I'm going to cover up some of this because I don't know how far he'll go down. So I don't want to stamp on him, or I don't want to glue on him, and I don't want to glue too far on that one. So, and then you can just put his head down. You could put it straight or you could cock it a little bit, which is really cute. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I did end up getting a little glue on the back, but that's okay. Just wipe it off. Oh, I thought I had my stickles over here and I do not. So I'm grabbing my stickles. And these are just red. Oh, this is pink. Oops. Oh, no, it's not. Well, I don't know if that's the right one. Goodness gracious. We have red available in the catalog. And I'm just going to make him Rudolph by coloring in his nose with this red glitter. And this takes about 20 minutes to dry or so. So I'm going to put him to the side and then make the rest of the card. And then we'll go from there. Let me put him up somewhere so I won't touch him. put him on my Advil. That's a good place for him. Okay, let's go ahead and color in Santa. And I'm going to use some watercolor pencils. These are not the Stampin' Up ones, but I know that Stampin' Up is coming up, is getting some. So I'm super excited about them. And I thought, well, I'm just going to go ahead and use some of what I have. And I am going to color in his, this is the Santa, of course. I'm going to color in his little hat. And this is a darker red than the next red that I will use. So I'm just kind of putting this in places that I know would be a little bit darker. And I happen to be using just regular Whisper White cardstock, which is not always the best choice when you are doing watercoloring, because it will pill if there's if it's too much saturation. However, I'm planning on not using too much, and I'm also thinking that because it's such a small area, I should be fine. And the watercolor paper that we have is a texture, which is great, but I just don't want a texture on this. But you could use the thick Whisper White cardstock, or even the, what's the word? The Glimmer white cardstock. That would work as well. And those work very well with the watercolors. So I'm just coloring in the rest of his suit with the colors that I'd like. I'm also going to color his little cheeks. Maybe, I don't know what color this is. I'm going to take a scrap piece of paper, if I have one. Pulling one out of the trash. Ooh, that's kind of red, or kind of purple. Let's see. I think I will use maybe this red and just go really light. On his cheeks and nose. And then I'm going to take a little bit of this orange, I think. Yeah, I think that's okay. And I'm going to just do a little bit on his face. And I don't know if you can see, but I'm like barely putting any color on there, because I'm going to take my water aqua pen and I am going to move the color around with that. And then I'm going to take our black, which it's hard to tell which one's black, ink black. And I'm going to do his belt. And his gloves. And his shoes. Or his boots, I should say. And I need like this yellow for his buckle. And I used the black archival ink on this because I wanted to make sure that when I put water on it, that it would be, it wouldn't smear. And you have to kind of wait for that to dry. If you don't, if you want to use your heat gun to heat it up a little bit, that'll help. And this is what watercolor ink or watercolor pencils do when you saturate them with water. They get more intense in color, and they also kind of smooth out. They're just a lot of fun to work with, so I'm super excited that we're getting some. Those will be available in the annual in the next catalog, which is coming out for you guys to order January 4th. It's not the annual, it's the occasions catalog. And then once you've finished a color, if you wipe off your aqua pen, you can start another color. And I'm just going to try to blend these colors in to give his face just a little bit of color. And then now I'll go into the black. And I didn't wipe that off because I know that the black is obviously the darkest color. And if there's any residue on it, it's really not going to hurt. You wouldn't be able to see. And I try to move the color away. So the area that's supposed to be darkest is where I put my brush first. And then I brush away so that the most color is where I put my brush first. At least that's my plan. So there we go. I think he's really cute. And I'm not going to worry about coloring the white. That's such a small area. It's not a big deal. I am going to put his little ball on. I don't know where exactly. I think I'll put it like right here. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and make my base card. So I'm putting the card front, which happens to be wrapping paper in this instance. I just love this plaid wrapping paper. And it looks really cool with all my presents decorated in it too. I must say. I done good this year. I haven't wrapped all my presents, but I have this one, and then I have a gold polka dot paper. Looks like this. For the most part, those are the two basic ones that I've used. And I don't know, I've done that a couple years in a row now, and I really kind of like having a couple wrappers that I use, and then that's it. And that's just for the inside to write what you need. So this will be on this side, like this. And I'm sorry that it's Sunday, and I think I ordered some stuff off of Amazon, and I think that the postman is here trying to deliver it, and my dog is barking. So I'm going to try. I'll pause this for just a second. Well, someone else must have ordered some stuff from Amazon Prime because they didn't deliver nothings to me. And I know I have some stuff coming because I got an email saying that it's going to be here today. Okay, now this is the fun part, and this is the part that I learned this technique solely from Dina. So, how did she do this? I'm saying that I learned it, and then now I forget. Okay, she glued their ears together and then did an accordion style so that it folded and matched here. So I need to fold their ears so that, let's see, I glue these together like this. It folds in. How does that work? I'm going to have to watch her video really quickly, and I will be right back. I just love our crafting community because there's so many different ways you can do things, and you learn so much from everybody. So what I'm going to do, and this is what she did, is you take his little ear and you fold it in. I'm second guessing myself, but this is right. And then you take this little ear and you fold that in so that they touch each other like this. And then when you put it on your, it's like an accordion, you're going to make them fold every other one. So now this one will get attached to this ear, and then this one will get attached to this ear, and it'll be back and forth and back and forth. So I'm going to go ahead and do this ear to this one. So you want to put them, you know, like back sides together, front sides together, back sides together, front sides together, and do every other ear. And I'm just going to make sure that we're doing this right. Oops. This is going to be so cute. I'm so excited that I saw this. I just saw it this morning and I thought, oh, I need to try that. I wasn't folding them along the way. I would suggest maybe folding them along the way. That might help. So then this ear and this ear are going to touch, and oops, oh no, not that ear, this ear, and I need them to be back to back. And you could do as many reindeer as you choose. I honestly don't even remember how many I have now. Oh, that's so cute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is my 6th one. Oh, I did that wrong. No wonder they're not sticking together very well. Put a little more glue on this one. I did him wrong. I did him wrong. I did him wrong. I have a feeling I messed up on that one too, because I think that they should all stick out and not back. Why are you giving me a fit? Little reindeer. Little reindeer. Yeah, I think I did this one wrong. I should have folded them inside. Okay, so when you have them together, one side is in like this and the other side has all of the ears out. Yeah, that's better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to do 8 because Santa has 9 reindeer, including Rudolph, and that's on the front. So then these two need to go out like this. Fold him in. Fold him back. Put them together. And glue his little flap. I know I should remember how many I've done. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. I think I need one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, I need one more. So then this one gets folded in, and this one gets folded in, and this goes here. And I'm really not sure now at this point if this is the way she did it, but I think that for me this is easier to remember, and I like it because it's nice and kind of neat that one ear is always in and one ear is always out. I could watch her video again and see if that's what she did, but it doesn't matter because we get the same effect. Oh, I'm not done with this. So I had one too many little reindeer, but that's okay. So this is what it looks like finally. Oh, that's too cute. Now, to get it to do the accordion, what she did is had stuck an ear here, and then when she opened it up, she just glued it here and then glued it here, and then when she opened it up, it was like this. So that is really cute. And I wonder if I should glue a little bit more than just the ear. And then when it folds, it sometimes won't fold back into the accordion, but I think that that's fine. So I'm going to take this and glue his little ear, and then I'm going to glue like half of his body. And I'm going to stick that down about right there. And then I'm going to do the same with this side. And I'm using this art glitter glue that dries really fast and it dries clear. This is not from Stampin' Up, but it is awesome glue. It's definitely my favorite when I'm working on something that needs a fine tip and needs quick drying, which for me is just about everything every time. So isn't that cute? And then when you fold it back, you do have to be a little careful. She put a little hat on one of hers and made it even a little harder to close, but there, it's not too bad. And the effort is totally worth the cuteness. So now we're going to do the last thing, which is stamp, well, not the last thing, but the last thing for the inside, which is stamp our little sentiment. And I think I'm going to use black for this as well. What did I do with my black ink? Oh, I put it right here. And this just says, again, from all of us. And I'm just going to try to carefully center it on my Whisper White. Perfect. And I'm going to use my banner punch to get the edges. Now I know this is no longer available and I'm really sorry about that, but you could just notch the edges. Oh, well, you know what? I can't use it anyway because it's not big. I cut it too big to fit in there. Well, never mind. It was a good idea, but it's not going to work. So instead, we will just notch the edges like I was saying you could do. If you don't have that, well, you know what? The easiest way, at least for me, is to cut in as far as you want it and then go from the corner to the cut. From the corner to the cut. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. And corner to cut. Corner to cut. And then I'm going to put that on here, and I'm going to also notch this one. I think I might put this on this side so everybody can sign it on that side. This one I didn't do the middle cut. I'm just following the lines of my first cut. down here at the bottom. But I am going to put it on the red side. So that we can all sign on this side. And there probably are about 9 of us, so that's a good thing. So let's go ahead and finish up the card, but that was the fun part. Oh my, I love it. I don't think this is totally dry yet, so I'll just have to be careful. I think I'm just going to put them on here like this because it's just cute. Let's use some dimensionals. Now I will say if you were sending this card in the mail, you would probably need to add extra postage because it does stick up a lot due to the, I don't know if you can see that, the accordion. And maybe I'll do like a Merry Christmas sentiment on the front. Let me see what I have. I don't know what came with the kit. I didn't even look. I was so excited to try the technique. And let's see here. Wishing you a season as sweet and joyful as the friendship we share. Have yourself a very Merry Christmas. Warm, heartfelt greetings for a very Merry Christmas. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. Let's see. I'm going to use a piece of this scrap here. Actually, I might even be able to put it right here. Put it back so you won't lose it. I have some cleaning to do today, and I really don't want to. I'd really rather stay the day in my studio, but I'm just not going to be able to. I need to clean up so that I can get my decorations out. Okay, so what did I do with it? Did I just throw it away? I did. So I'm going to just cut this out. Nothing fancy. And I don't even think I'm going to pop out it since I have so much else going on here. Warm, heartfelt greetings for a very Merry Christmas. There we go. Isn't that sweet? And then you open it up from all of us, and we'll all sign it, and he'll know that we love him. We do. I have a great boss, so fabulous. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Oh, and don't forget to check out Dina's channel. I will link it below. And if by chance, because I do post these after I've, I'm doing this on Sunday, I'm sure it won't get posted today. Probably won't even get posted until later in the week, if not next week. So if I have not remembered to put her link down below, please tell me, because I really want to make sure that you guys go there. Or at least I give her credit, because this was not my idea. Thank you so very much, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.